Hi guys, this is Bren. This is my top 10 PS1 games of all time, which I've actually owned and played. If you guys like the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hope you enjoy this one. See you on the other side. Wheel spinning its way into number 10 is Formula 1 by Bizarre Creations, released in 1996. Up until the PS1, I didn't really enjoy racing games, and my go-to was always Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. Being an F1 fan back in the day, this game blew me away, especially Murray Walker shouting "Go, go, go" at the green lights. All 17 tracks of the Formula 1 season were available, and you could use all the 26 drivers at the time. Not forgetting the soundtrack was absolutely incredible. This game gave me hours and hours of fun-filled racing, and I enjoyed every minute, thoroughly deserving of a place in my top 10, and I was always the superlative driver. F1 was amazing, and even had a special track which was unlocked if you completed a season finishing first in every race and winning the Constructors' Championship. Coming in at number 9 is LMA Manager. Released by Codemasters in 1999, LMA Manager would literally take over my life for nearly 6 months. I would literally pull all-nighters trying to take Derby County back to the glory days, sleeping all day at school, can't wait to get home to continue another season. LMA Manager was like my old days playing Champ Manager on the Amiga 500, but this was my first experience playing football management sim on a console. LMA Manager was a brilliant in-depth simulation game on the PS1, with 294 clubs and 8,000 players to get your teeth stuck into. It was easy to navigate, the controls were amazing, and it was a first for a console to have a 3D match engine. That being said, I really enjoyed, and I was hooked on this game for months on end. Oinking its way into number 8 is the brilliant Hogs of War. I played this constantly for about a month. I was totally engrossed into leading pigs into battle, and was quite offended by a friend who said it was a rip-off of Worms. But I tell you now, Worms doesn't make my top 10. It was a total copy of Worms though, wasn't it? But who cares? Hogs of War stood out for me as a superior title, and always will do. Although the graphics weren't amazing, they never took the fun away from me. This game and the sound effects totally made up for the lack of visuals. Take this, Blighter, or welcome to my world of pain, laugh out loud gaming memories, and also not forgetting featuring the late great Rick Mail. Released in the year 2000, this turn-based tactic game released by Infogames is now definitely a cult classic. Popping its way into the number 7 spot is Tekken 3. I honestly never thought I'd love a fighter game after Street Fighter 2, but this came close, very close. Street Fighter 2 will always be number 1 though. Tekken 3, however, was a brilliant game. The graphics, the movement and gameplay were awesome. I never tired or got bored of playing Tekken 3. Numerous fighters to choose from, all with a different fighting style, tell that this game was from another era, and it proved value for money. When young and saving up pocket money for a new game purchase, Tekken 3 would definitely be the one to choose from. Tekken 3 is still loved and played today, and that's why it's a must own for any PS1 fan. Released in '97 and published by Namco, Tekken 3 was revolutionary at the time and was a firm favourite with fighting game fans. King or Eddie? That's the question. Coming in at the number 6 spot is Resident Evil 2. I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of Resident Evil 1, although I did own and play it. I found it a bit slow and mundane. I was cautious with Resi 2, but friends were telling me how amazing it was. They were right. Resident Evil 2 was a masterpiece of its era. The game had hours of content, blasting zombies, monsters and bioweapons, as well as puzzle solving and roaming around Raccoon City Police Station. At times I felt I was watching a film rather than actually playing the game. Back in 1998, walking around with Leon and his shotgun left me thirsty. I was horny. I was in Terminator 2. Resi 2 is more fast-paced than Resi 1 and has more of a replay value. That's why Resi 2 makes my top 10 spot and is in the number 6 position. Sneaking and slithering his way into number 5 is Solid Snake and Metal Gear Solid. This game was revolutionary. Although only my number 5 is widely renowned as the best game ever made on the PlayStation 1. It had me tearing my own hair out and crying in some parts, from the famous digits on the back of the box to the memory card reading your mind. Metal Gear Solid was, and still is, one of the hardest games I've ever played. That being said, I loved its storyline, the characters, the cigarettes, and its mesmerising cinematic flair. Metal Gear Solid needs no introduction. It's up with the best, and if you haven't played it, play it and love it. Released in 1998 after many delays and published by Konami, Double Disc Delight Solid Snake hits number 5. Bashing and slashing into number 4 is Namco's Soul Blade. This is in at number 4 mainly due to nostalgic reasons. Soul Blade was the first disc I ever put in my PlayStation 1 and it stayed in there for at least a month. Me and my brother would spend hours beating the hell out of each other in what I thought was the best fighter since Street Fighter 2. The game is a brilliant weapon-based fighter and paved the way for the Soul Calibur series in my opinion. Although Soul Blade did have its flaws, such as its over-exaggerated jumps and its tendency to become a bit button bashing, I'm happy to have it as my number 4. I'll never forget my brother constantly crying to our mum because I was always kicking his candy ass. I love the memories of Soul Blade. Horrifying to some, I think not. The brilliant Silent Hill creeps its way into number 3. Who would have thought horror would bring a young Bren such entertainment? Well, Silent Hill did. To this day, I still remember being scared the whole way through playing this game. That's when you know a game's good, you're engrossed, when it still reminds you of things today. Like most horror survival games, you need to solve puzzles, collect keys and conserve ammo, but Silent Hill sets itself apart with its characters and it's an amazing backdrop. I don't think Silent Hill will ever be topped in the horror game category. Resident Evil 2 was good, but this is another level. It's a game that needs attention and it's a game that needs to be played. It's another title that would make most games top 10s. It's frighteningly, bloody fantastic. Roaring and skidding its way to second place is the brilliant Gran Turismo. Although Gran Turismo 2 is probably the better game, I have to give the slot to number 1 due to its introduction to the Gran Turismo series. From taking driving tests to buying Nissan Skylines, Gran Turismo had it all. Gaming magazines dedicated pages and pages to this game alone, saving your cars on your memory card to go around your mates and show off in split screen racing. What more do you need? Launching with 150 cars from Toyota to Aston Martin, 11 tracks to burn rubber on, but not before buying a cheap runaround to build credits to help buy a whole new car. In 1997, Gran Turismo was the only game you needed. I played it for months and months on end and never got bored. Gran Turismo is truly one of the greatest achievements in gaming history, and I absolutely love it. Vroom vroom! Here it is. Taking my number 1 slot is the brilliant Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot, developed by the amazing Naughty Dog and published by Sony in 1996, really is one of the big success stories of the PlayStation 1. When I got my PS1, it came with Soul Blade, mentioned earlier, Crash Bandicoot, and Crash took over my life for quite a while. In my opinion, Crash still stands up against the platformers of today, and it's still as much fun as going back to playing Mario or Sonic. The controls are easy to get to grips with, the game looks and sounds absolutely brilliant. Crash can jump, Crash can spin, that's all we ever needed. I would recommend this game to anybody, and I don't know anyone who doesn't like this game. It's absolutely brilliant. I revisit this game fondly, and that's why Crash Bandicoot takes my number 1 spot of top 10 games on the PlayStation 1. Well, there you have it, guys. That's my top 10 PS1 games. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, or if you didn't, let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what top 10 you want me to do next. NES, Cube, PS3, whatever. Yeah? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe. Thank you all for the support. It's been amazing. Take care. Come here. Be seeing you